What if that dead light bulb in your hand is not trash at all, but a small problem you can solve yourself in just a few careful steps? I set the bulb into the socket next to a good one and flipped the switch. One lit up right away. The other stayed dark. I did not rush to toss it aside. I have learned over the years that many things fail for one small reason. If you slow down and look closely, you can often bring them back with simple tools and a steady hand. First, you need to open the light bulb carefully. I use a utility knife and slowly work around the seam where the plastic cap meets the body. Take your time here and keep the blade shallow so you do not slip or crack the housing. You are not forcing it open. You are guiding it apart. Once the cap loosens, gently lift it off and set it aside. Now you can clearly see the LED board inside and get ready for the real fix. Now you prepare a simple tool to test each LED chip. I start with a 9-volt battery and a snap connector. I strip a little insulation off the ends of the connector wires so the copper is exposed. Next, I take a piece of solid copper wire, the stiff kind that holds its shape. Using a knife, I strip the insulation and cut the wire into 2 short pieces. I sharpen one end of each piece so it can touch a small LED contact precisely. On the other end, I cut a small notch so it grips the test lead better. Then I connect the snap connector wires to these 2 copper probes and secure them. I slide heat shrink tubing over the joints and warm it so everything is insulated and safe to hold. This gives you 2 firm test probes powered by the 9-volt battery. It is a simple tool, but it lets you test each LED chip one by one without guessing and without special equipment. I'd like to hear where you're from. Drop your city and state below so I know how far this video is reaching. Now you can test each LED chip on the board. I snap the connector onto the 9-volt battery and hold the 2 copper probes like a pin. One probe goes to the positive side and the other to the negative side. I touch the tips gently to the contacts of one LED chip at a time. When the chip is good, it lights up right away. When the chip is bad, nothing happens at all. I move slowly across the board and test every single chip. Do not rush this step. Take a second to watch each result so you do not miss anything. When I find a chip that does not light up, I mark it with a pin so I remember its position. This careful testing tells you exactly where the problem is and keeps you from guessing or replacing parts that still work. Now, it is time to prepare a good LED chip to replace the bad one. I take an old LED bulb board that I keep for parts. These boards are perfect donors because many chips are still working fine. Using the same 9-volt battery tester, I check each chip on the old board one by one. When a chip lights up bright and steady, I know it is good. I mark that good chip and secure the board so it does not move. This step matters because you want a replacement that matches and works properly. Taking a minute here saves trouble later and makes sure the repair will last instead of failing again. Now, I remove the bad LED chip and install the good one. I hold the board steady with a clamp so it does not move, using a small candle. I gently heat the back of the board right under the bad chip. After a few seconds, the solder softens. I use tweezers to lift the bad chip straight off. Do this slowly so you do not damage the board. Next, I take the good LED chip and line it up the same way as the original. Polarity matters here, so make sure the positive and negative sides match the marks on the board. I heat the solder pads again with the candle and press the new chip into place with the tweezers. Once it settles flat, I remove the heat and let it cool. The chip locks in solid and is ready for reassembly. Now I put the light bulb back together. I place the LED board back into the housing and make sure it sits flat and centered. I check that no wires are pinched and nothing is loose inside. Once everything lines up, I apply a small amount of super glue around the edge of the cover. You do not need much, just enough to hold it firmly in place. I press the cover on and hold it steady for a few seconds so the glue sets. Then I let it rest for a moment before touching it again. This step seals the bulb, keeps dust out, and gets it ready for the final test. I screw the bulb back into the socket and turn the power on. The light comes on steady and bright, just like it should. That broken bulb did not need to be thrown away. It only needed a little time and care. If you enjoy fixing things like this and saving money at home, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with someone who still believes a good repair is worth doing.